Hi everybody, here's Krystian from TeamworkCast.
And this is Marsellus from Accelerated BetaCast.
And this is regionals. Wait a minute, this is Netrunner TeamworkCast. I'm getting ahead of myself. These are the regionals in Osnabrück. April 27th, Spieltraum in Osnabrück. And this is the game number. Wait a minute, is it 2? I'm not exactly sure.
It should be the first game in the loser bracket.
No, it's game number 7. So it's the first. It's not the loser bracket. It's the lower bracket. Because we all know that these fellows here are amazing, awesome people.
They are indeed.
We have on the left. We have. I would say the lower bracket is the fun bracket. That's where fun stuff is happening.
The jank bracket.
The jank bracket, indeed. So on the left we have ProcF,
and he's also got cool, nice pink sleeves.
Yes, with milkshakes on them. And on the right we have Rembrand from the previous round from Cologne here. I think ProcF is from Vienna. Is that true?
I think at least he's from Austria, and Austria is not as big, so Vienna is a very good estimation.
All right, so he's starting out with a NEH, and he is playing the sweeps and sure gamble and installing an isoneutron of R&D. Meanwhile, Rembrand installs a cache and a data sucker. He's playing the noise, and of course, every time he installs a virus, installing another virus. Oh gosh! Whoa. And Azops. Nice. Everything is going well. So every time he installs a virus, ProcF has to trash a card from top of R&D. So these were like 3 viruses and Azops pawn shop. The last virus was from Progenitor.
So what will we see? Hive Mind, maybe? Or what's he going to play?
I don't know.
His start is really bursty because now he can sell the cache and then it's at 7 credits, fueling the next virus installs. And, well, NEH just gets money. And I happen to play against that NEH deck in the Swiss rounds, and it actually won.
It won. Oh, gosh. Don't spoil,
no,
man.
I don't spoil. You shall...
we will see. But anyway, we see another trash because there is an install from another thing here that is the Hive Mind. No, that's not Hive Mind. Incubator.
Incubator, exactly.
Incubator, there we go. Meanwhile, ProcF hasn't still iced up HQ, and he's installing another empty server just so he draws more cards. Because that's his ability as NEH. Whenever he opens up a new server, he draws cards.
Yeah, it looks...
First time.
It's a very flat setup that he chooses. I mean, he's got 2 servers there, 2 remotes that he might use to install whatever he plays, Suns or Jacksons or Daily Business Show, all the stuff that NEH likes to play. While Rembrand just says, well, I don't run, I just install stuff.
And then he sells it to the pawn shop because he just pawned his data sucker here and just drawing cards.
Indeed, I think he's waiting for the caches. Daily is awesome with pawn shop because the return on investment is not only bigger, it's also faster. And
is it?
Yes, because you install, get then there are 3 turns where you get 2 credits off each, and then in the third turn, after you take 2 off, you sell it, and then you effectively gain, I think, 6 credits in.
That's true. You can sell it on that turn when the second to last token leaves, right?
Exactly, and that's just speeding it up so fast, and it's clickless, so yeah.
That's nice. So finally, ProcF is installing actually cards in this server. So there is a card installed in an unprotected server just to give him a card draw, and then he installs a card in one of the servers that he just created here. Lots of milkshakes.
And he still doesn't protect archives, so either he bluffs and says, well, you didn't mill anything at all, or he just doesn't find anything. Well, maybe there's just nothing.
Maybe now we have a Jackson Howard somewhere, and there's a grimoire from Rembrand. We have to also maybe mention that ProcF is having a really sweet playmat here.
Ah, nice. That's not an official one, right? It's
probably
he
not.
Just took the pop-up window alternate art and
and just stretches to playmat. I mean, that's a really cool. I really love that artwork. People hate on this. I think it's one of the most trollish, insane artworks in Netrunner.
I'm ambiguous, admittedly. I don't know. I mean, I like the colors, and it's like bursty, but somehow this face doesn't suit me. The face of the pop-up.
All right. We see installed of the cache to mill another thing, getting the credits, and I think this is going well for Rembrand.
Exactly.
I mean, he's not running anywhere, but economy-wise, he's doing fine.
Installing a cache actually yields him, I think, 6 credits for a single click.
Nah.
Because with Grammar, you pay 1, you get 4 off, and then you sell it to ASOP. So this is just really efficient.
Super efficient right now. And then, of course, he mills a card. Meanwhile, all the servers have been filled, and there's yet another so many servers! God! Alright, so finally we see an advance.
With a virus token, right? Isn't this...
Virus token advance, indeed. That's a new
interesting. So, look at all the money that Rembrand is making. It's, I think, 12 now. While I don't like the credit tokens of ProcF. They're so hard to... What is it? 16 all in all? I think
our listeners won't have the problem. They will have the beautiful credit display, the new credit display we have right now. But of course, we have to squint our eyes. We have no idea how many money he has. I guess the black ones are fiver.
Ones. I think he cannot have... I mean,
he can.
Bronze one?
24. That would be 24 then. We see an imp install, trashing other stuff here. Rembrand is just going full the mill here, I think, and then installing a clone chip.
So he can get back the caches and mill even more.
I think he thinks Rembrand has noted. I think they both of them played in the Swiss round, so Rembrand actually knows the deck.
Because I played in Swiss rounds against ProcF as well, I also know that what Rembrand does is actually quite smart.
Yeah, because I think we are seeing a butcher shop type of a deck here.
Indeed.
Because a fast advanced deck would have already scored like the thousands of agendas, and they're not scoring the thousands of agendas, so probably this is something else. And they're trying to make Rembrand run into stuff and score some random agendas to make the meat damage win possible. But yeah, that's not happening. Rembrand is just chilling out, just milling.
Yeah, so I think Rembrand just says, well, I install all the viruses, sell them with ASOP, so I keep my economy up, and then at one point in time when I guess there might be enough points in archives, I'll just install the Hater Shot from hands, use it right away.
And then get all the agendas I need, yeah.
Exactly, because Jackson has no timing window between install and usage of...
I mean, he can start running as soon as he's monetary above ProcF, which I think is right now not the case. If he really has 24 credits, that's amazing.
Yeah. And this is the advantage, because he doesn't run. ProcF does not have to res any eyes, not spend any money. Oh, and he just showed an NAPD in archives.
There's at least one NAPD. He tried to show the archives but it's difficult to foresee what the camera can see and cannot see. So at least there was an NAPD there.
And NAPD is not the agenda you want to steal in that moment, because you have to prepare for the mid-seasons, and those 4 credits can make a huge difference.
Except if you have Turntable.
Great card. There's nothing better than turntabling NAPD into an Astro. Or an Nisei.
So
those feelings.
So good. But of course, this is before Turntable came out. The Valley is the last valid pack here. And a hedge fund from Rembrand.
Yeah, Rembrand probably did not watch too many of your videos because his credit pile is kind of messy. I mean, you can see it, but
it's been a long day. It's been a long. I'm gonna cut him some slack. So we see a res of the what's the name of that? Melange Mining Corp. That's right. And so he is using Melange Mining Corp. Yes, and using Melange Mining Corp to get even more money.
Yes, because that's just his primary win condition. Outmoneying the runner.
And scorching, like mid-seasoning, and then scorching him to death.
So the question is, does Rembrand play I've Had Worse?
I wonder so myself. I have no idea. I guess, as an Anarch, would you play anything else? I mean, that's the best.
Yeah, but does he play... I mean, there are Noistics that don't play it at all.
Yeah.
But I play it. Yeah. Because it just makes so much sense.
Oh, wait a minute, that's not a progenitor, that was a Gravedigger. Oh, man. So he's trashing all the cards with Gravedigger here. I wonder if they remembered that Gravedigger doesn't get triggered by Noise's ability. Alright, we're scoring an APD here.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Counting the monies.
That makes sense. 19.
19, alright.
And I guess those dark credits tokens of ProcF are 1-er. So, all in all, I think he's at...
No, wait a minute. The orange ones are 3 and the dark ones are 1. There
exactly,
we go.
So now he should be at, 28?
So he just gets more credit. He actually revealed already that was an agenda, but he decides to get credits instead.
Oh, that's a dubious move.
I wonder if he revealed the agenda just to say, like, here's an agenda. Come on, man, run.
Yeah, but what else would NEH advance? I mean...
the thing that kind of boggles my mind is that Rembrand doesn't even run on the Melange Mining Corp.
That's right. I think that's something because NEH doesn't play Seahorse. They play mid-seasons in the Butcher Shop, right? So that's something...
because there's no way he can win the money game if there's the Melange Mining Corp out.
Exactly. Oh, clone shipping a cash? Yes.
Yes. Bremen just goes for the full mill, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think he's hoping to both mill agendas and the mid-season and Scorches and all the pieces that the NEH needs to flatline him. I mean, if he knows the deck and knows it's Butcher Shop, that seems like smart play. So, Rembrand is playing a typical game of Net Installer.
So he's playing the Net Installer.
Oh, and another, what's its name again? Incubator?
Trashing 2 more cards with a Gravedigger. Oh!
And at one point, I think, one of those cards in the remotes will certainly be a Jackson. So at one point in time, ProcF probably needs to say, well, if he installs a Hater Shot now, I lose the game. So this is a weird game.
This is a hilarious game.
I think Rembrand didn't make a single run yet. And
Not a single run.
Look at the R&D. It's so empty already. Not only because of all the mills that Rembrand did, but also because of the NEH ability, which actually makes R&D empty faster.
It plays into Rembrandt's hands. If I was ProcF, I would start scoring stuff.
Probably because, you still can win by scoring Astros.
Yeah.
And that's, you have to show the runner, at one point in the game, you have to start running. Of course, if all the Astros are milled, it's hard to score Astros.
We don't know.
Or
but even in an NAPD, why don't you just score the NAPD? Just 2 points, man. Just 2 points closer to a victory.
Because the thing is, if Rembrand now plays a Hater Shot and only finds 5 points, he can still score the NAPD and win. So that's what he does now, alright.
Alright, we see a score of the NAPD, the first 2 points of this game. 13 minutes into the game.
And I think Rembrand has a Deja Vu in hand, so he can Deja Vu 2 caches, mill 2 more cards, get a shitload of money. So
Deja Vu, there we go.
As if I had seen it coming.
Called it. And we probably will see 2 cash. No, he just went past the cash.
I think he just...
Alright, incubator.
Okay, and
cash.
Yeah, I think he wants to incubate all the Gravedigger, because that's nasty.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So we have to remind our listeners, so Gravedigger gets a credit every time the installed card is trashed for the corporation. Not a credit, a token, virus token. So, but if you put incubator on it, then it gets lots of tokens, and you can use those tokens then to trash more cards even from top of R&D.
I think the next turn of Rembrand will be something like trash incubator, move everything to Gravedigger, use Gravedigger 3 times.
This is going to be hilarious! And we see a sweeps week. Not that the money is really helping, like whatever ProcF is trying to do, it's not helping.
Yeah, he's counting.
Oh gosh, there's just 3 cards left. Oh,
or
gosh.
6 or something. It's
just a bunch.
it's even with the Jacksons out, and you don't know how many Jacksons are trashed. So
yeah. Oh, I guess we're resing the
why
market accounts now.
Why?
Don't know why.
I mean, if you want to win, you have to now start scoring Astros. That's the
score
only
now.
chance you have.
Score now.
And how does market accounts help with him? I mean, he's got the
phases
money
to score.
already.
And then we
Called
trashing
it again. I called it again.
Trashing like 3.
Yeah. And now the next turn he can just repeat it with the other incubator.
There's just 1 card left, I think. Is it?
Yes.
Is it 1 card?
And the next turn when the corp cannot trash a card, has he already lost, or only when he has to draw a card but cannot?
When he draws a card but cannot. That's the thing. I know we have to assume that there's Jackson Howards out.
Yeah.
Oh, Beal! Uh-oh, this game
I think it's too late.
Interesting after all.
I mean, he has now... There are only 2 unrest cards, and those have both to be agendas, so that he can score 7 points. Okay, he could score a breaking news out of hand. But I see a Jackson in hand. On...
Well, the fun thing, if you're... Alright, so another...
Oh, and it's empty now, and now he uses Jesus.
Jackson Howard. First Jackson Howard of the game.
I mean, the thing is, there must be so many points in the archives. as soon as Rembrand just draws a Hades shot, the game is over.
But the thing is, like, the most hilarious thing is, like, what do you get back when you earn these empty? What do you get back? Do you get back the agendas?
Probably.
Because if you do, then it's like your agenda density is 100%, right?
Yeah, but I think there are like at least 12 points of agendas in archives already. And I think I would get back Jacksons to at least prolong the game a little further.
Yeah, Jacksons. Yeah, but you hope to draw into the Jackson, actually.
The thing is that there are 3 virus tokens on Incubator, so you can trash click it to Gravedigger, trash 3 more, and I think then already R&D is empty again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just for the trash. It's just for the trash. He will not run. He will not do a single
never
run in this game.
He's so close to winning right now. This is hilarious.
Net installer.
Oh, another medium.
Oh my god.
And
Hate shard. And he uses it now.
Shard. Yep. Let's see them.
He can score. They put it together. So.
They don't show us how many agendas in there, but we have to assume there's like all of the agendas are in there.
Yeah.
There's no way he can use Jacksons. There's no Jacksons out, so there's no way he rescued enough agendas in last Jackson.
That's how you run without running a single time. That was Net Installer. That's how
that
you
was
do
Net
it.
Installer. I hope you enjoyed this round of Net Installer. This is how you play the solitaire game, right?
And against Butcher Shop, because when you don't run and don't score agendas unless you win in the same turn.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I think Rembrand also had just a terrific draw, both drawing an early Gravedigger and all the incubators and the Aesops on his starting hand and the caches and the Deja Vu and the clone chip and...
Especially the early Aesops spawn chip was, I think, very crucial. What do you think ProcF could have done differently in this game to
I think he just has to start scoring, because the thing is, especially when he knows that Rembrand knows what he's doing, a score can mean more or less instant death, and particularly in the beginning of the game he was a lot richer than Rembrand was, so he can try
being more aggressive with the scores would have been much smarter, I think.
Exactly, because and you can over advance Beals, you just install advance.
That's true,
and then it's suddenly a 3-pointer, and
so actually that would have been actually a really good move, like starting just advancing the hell of one single Beal, forcing Rembrand to actually run on that thing.
You can just say install advance, then next turn advance, probably getting some credits or installing new cards or whatever. And just saying, well, Rembrand, at one point in the game you have to run, and maybe I have the mid-seasons plus whatever meat damage card I have. But yeah, Rembrand, knowing what ProcF plays, I think he made it quite smart. I mean, it's not the most attractive game of Netrunner.
It's not the most interesting one, but I mean, it was.
But it's just a very effective counter strategy.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like at the end, when you as a corporation, when you're down to just a couple of cards in your R&D, that I think is a moment where those solitaire type of games become very interesting again, because suddenly you're forced into some very desperate decisions as a corporation.
Rembrand really succeeded in completely forcing his game type or game style on ProcF. So he really said, well, I am in the driver's seat. I force you to react to me, and not what you usually want to have as a corp, the runner being forced to do bad or at least difficult decisions.
Yeah, look at me. I'm the corporation now.
I see what you did there.
All right. Marsellus, before we get into those horrible puns, so you have like this accelerated beta cast going on, right?
At least I try starting it, indeed.
Yeah. So can you tell our listeners something about this?
Yeah, but we have the plans to publish some games, and currently I'm establishing a Twitch stream that streams Netrunner games on Octagon. I hope that Wish would be awesome, as I will. My next tournament will be the Greek Nationals, actually.
Yes.
And if they have Wi-Fi in the game store or wherever it may take place, we might even try to stream live Netrunner games across the ether of the internet.
Sweet.
We'll see how about commentary, but also games from the Greek Nationals should be a nice reason to pop in.
All right, so check out Marsellus on Twitter and check out his awesome streams. Some really prime jank going on there.
Faux shizzle, government takeover for the win.
All right, so thank you for being with us here, Marsellus. It was a great fun again.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we have been and always will be hacking the planet!
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Jumping into the car!
Shit on me.
This episode of Netrunner TeamworkCast was created with a generous support from our listeners. If you enjoy the show and you can't get enough Netrunner videos, please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/hacktheplanet.